Read for the Culture, friends and family. Thanks for joining me again as I read a special series of international children's stories brought to you by the Dubai UAE Expo 2020 school program. At Read for the Culture, we celebrate, appreciate, and patronize our authors and illustrators by adding their stories to our at-home libraries. Please visit the description box for your free copy of the Expo 2020 Children's Tales from Around the World. Now that you have your story, find a cozy spot to read and your Read for the Culture passport, because this story takes our imagination to Jamaica, an island nation located in the Caribbean Sea. Ready to take off? Okay, explorers, let's get reading. Dora and the Ackee. Illustrated by Izelljah Mckenzie. Once upon a time, not so long ago, people did not sell ackee. In fact, they had so much ackee that they gave it away. In those days, people used to walk to find ackee because they did not have ackee trees in their backyard. That is why so many places in Jamaica are known as Ackee Walk. Legend has it that under every ackee tree are the bones of our ancestors, the ones who were brought from Africa, like the ackee tree. Our ancestors were not given a proper burial, so we would mark their resting place with an ackee tree. Back then, people had to cross rivers to find Ackee Walk. In those days, there was a lady who had 2 daughters. One was kind and gentle, but the other was mean. Her name was Dora. Everybody called her Star Apple because star apples do not fall far from the tree, even when they're ripe. One day, Dora's mother wanted ackee, so she sent Dora and her sister to pick the fruit. The girls usually had to cross the river to reach Ackee Walk, but it was drought time, so there was no water in the river. Instead, the girls simply skipped across the dry river bed. On the other side, they picked as much ackee as they could until their baskets and aprons were overflowed. They were going to have an ackee feast. On their way home, the sisters noticed a little stream running through the dry river bed. It must have been raining elsewhere on the island. The kind sister remembered her mother telling them to thank the river because it sustains and nurtures us. So she took out one ackee, threw it into the river, and skipped merrily across to the other side, her basket and apron still brimming with fruit. Not Dora. She strode into the riverbed, intending to cross it without saying thank you. At this, the river sang teasingly, "If you don't give me an ackee, I won't let you cross. If you don't give me an ackee, I won't let you cross. I will come down and wash you away." Such a mean little girl. Dora hissed through her teeth and headed further into the riverbed. Panicked, Dora's sister tried to convince Dora to give a thank you gift from across the river. She sang, "Give him one, Dora, give him one. Give him one, Dora, give him one. Give him one, Dora, give him one, or the river will come down and wash you away." But ignoring her sister's advice, Dora refused to thank the river, which then bubbled, rose to her ankles, and sang once more. "If you don't give me an ackee, I won't let you cross. If you don't give me an ackee, I won't let you cross. I will come down and wash you away." Unmoved, Dora pressed on without offering a gift. The river bubbled harder and rose higher to her knees. This time, the song was angry. If you don't give me an Ackee, I won't let you cross. If you don't give me an Ackee, I won't let you cross. I will come down and wash you away. Dora's sister threw 2 more of her Ackees into the river on her sister's behalf, but the river refused her offer. Dora, it knew, had more than enough fruit. Her little sister continued to plead. Give him one, Dora. Give him one. Give him one, Dora. Give him one. Give him one, Dora. Give him one, or the river will come down and wash you away. But Dora was stubborn. The river, she said impertinently, didn't pick the Ackee, so did not deserve her thanks. At this, the river erupted in fury, bubbling and rumbling until it rose to Dora's neck. If you don't give me an Ackee, I won't let you cross. If you don't give me an Ackee, I won't let you cross. I will come down and wash you away. Dora's sister was so desperate, she began to weep. Please, give him one, Dora. You don't have to always be mean like a star apple. Give him one, Dora. Give him one. Give him one, Dora. Give him one. Give him one, Dora. Give him one, or the river will come down and wash you away. As Dora struggled to grasp the basket of Ackees on her head, her sister grew frantic and shouted even louder, Please, Dora! Please, Dora! You have to give him one! The river bubbled and bubbled until it rose to Dora's nose. But still, she refused to offer thanks. Instead, she stood on her tiptoes to keep her head above the water. But the water rose higher and higher until it was too late. All Dora's sister saw was the basket of Ackees drifting down the river. Even to this day, people still look for Dora, wondering if the stubborn girl is under an Ackee tree with her ancestors. But ever since, the river has scattered Ackee far and wide, including into people's backyards, meaning they no longer have to cross the river to gather the fruit. Although they say if you listen closely, you will hear the river quietly singing, If you don't give me an Ackee, I won't let you cross. If you don't give me an Ackee, I won't let you cross. I will come down and wash you away. What do you think? Dora's mother told Dora and her sister to thank the river because it nurtures us. What do you think she meant by that? Storytime Extra. Did you know? Ackee is Jamaica's national fruit. It was introduced to the island from West Africa in 1778 on a slave ship. Combined with saltfish, it is Jamaica's much-loved national dish. Guess what? People don't just eat Ackee. Its skin can also be made into soap for washing clothes and taking baths. Memory challenge. Can you remember why there was no water in the river on the day that Dora and her sister went to pick Ackee? Well, my Read for the Culture friends and family, I certainly hope you enjoyed that story just as much as I did. Go ahead and grab your Read for the Culture passport because together we can color in Jamaica on the world map. Also, remember to download your free Dora and the Ackee visa by clicking the link in the description box. At Read for the Culture, we enjoy reading inspiring, uplifting, multicultural stories for the entire family to enjoy. Hit the notification bell in order to be notified about the next episode from Expo 2020 Children's Tales from Around the World.